Okay, just another, try to make a short clip about a discovery I made a few days ago. It's a black walnut dead branch, and just for demo's sake, I'm going to show you about how long the branch was. You can kind of see what I'm getting at here. Made. The branch was about that long, and it was this thick, the dead branch. And what you have in here is where the ants, I call this, even though it's ants, I call it termite nest material, or just termite nests. You can burn this, it'll smolder, let it smolder, and keep the mosquitoes away. I actually put a bunch in here and made some char cloth. Char material, it's not cloth. See there, white and fluffy, charred ant nest material. Again, I always slip and say termite material. It's not true termite, it's like a carpenter ant. But anyways, they ate the inside of this out. And what I did is I cut the log down. Let's see if I can make a quick tool here. I guess this will work. Basically, cut it into lengths, and I scrape this inside out, and you'll see how much material you can get. And this was actually packed full of this ant nest, rotten, fluffy, tender goodness. Anyways, I'm just kind of scraping away. There's a little there, but this is what you get, and you get a ton of that stuff out of there. But as I was going for that, I saw that there was a dark ring here, and I wondered if that was any different than this outer wood. So, in this little cutaway demo piece, I scraped, or actually cut down to this darker wood to see if it was usable for anything, and I found that this is an actual solid wood. The lighter wood is just your regular black walnut, and that ring got me thinking. So from that point, after the piece of black walnut I found was this thick, and it was probably about 3 feet long, I noticed after removing all of the ant nest material that there was a dark ring. And from that point, after taking all the material out, I started chopping and cutting down to that dark band, which I found was solid, dark, hard wood. From that point, I cleaned it out even further and found that I can make a great fishing kit, like a hobo fishing kit, or a blowgun dart holder, arrowhead holder, salt container. It's a great tube, not too much work, little just tap cuts, scraping, and I had a good tube. So I'm going to make a cork, kind of a cap for one end, and I'm just going to seal up and cap the other. This one is probably going to be for the arrowheads and darts and bowstrings and bits. And this one's going to be probably a fire kit, so I just wanted to share that with you. Anyways, that's it. Operational Extras YouTube channel, Mr. Black, out. Have a good one. Hey guys, Operational Extras YouTube channel. This is a quick discovery. Found some black walnut. There's a dead branch that needed to be removed. It was in my way, so cut it down. This might give you an idea of my discovery, but this is the length of what this branch was. It's about that long, so about 3 feet. Anyways, found this. I cut it out, and I was scraping out all of the tinder material, which is left over from ants. And I'll show you what that looks like. Quick scraping tool. The inside is actually full of this material, and it looks like that. I'm gonna wet sawdust right now because it's been sitting out in the rain. But with that, I made some char material out of the inside of the ant nest, light and fluffy. It takes a spark well. It's a sterno can, by the way. Anyways, so back to the discovery. The black walnut, innard, gutted log got me thinking. I got all this material, and I noticed there's a black ring right here. So took out the old chopper and began dig down to that dark layer in that ring. Show you the difference in the color of the wood. So there's that dark wood. From that, I'm going to go to this demo piece, which is the darker wood that I'm cutting to. And with these tractor knives, which I love, you're going to remove a lot of stuff. Little taps gives you more control than just hacking away. You just kind of tap down. More on that later. So get that. You get the picture. Down to the dark wood, and once this is all removed and scraped out and saved for later use, you have a tube of pretty solid wood. And this, I'm going to make a cap, cork it off, wrap some leather, make a plug, wrap that with leather, tie a string on here, keeper for the cap. I'm going to have a nice container for tinder. Actually, this one here is going to be a fire set. There's going to be a piece of file, there's going to be some flint, there's going to be tinder, char cloth. The whole get up is going to be right in there. Nice little fire set. And then I'm going to wax it real heavy, and I'll be able to scrape the outside with, actually, since it's going to be pretty traditional, other than the piece of file, I could just scrape to get some wax if needed. It's going to be a thick coating of beeswax. Just get it all in there. And then this one is probably going to be a container for either, I'd like to make a so-tall, it's not traditional wood for blowguns, but I'm going to make another so-tall stock blowgun, and this is going to be the container for the darts, and a little knife that will be used to sharpen those darts. So anyways, that's the little discovery of the black and I'll see you next time. Take care, have fun, and we'll see you later. Operational Extras YouTube channel, Mr. Black, out.